we're talking about the misconceptions of alkaline water. There's so much in the news lately that, you know, the more alkaline water we drink, the better that we're going to be. If our body's alkaline, the more healthier we're going to be. So let's just drink all the alkaline water we can drink, and that is so not true. The reason we don't want to do that is it's all about the pH, and so neutral is pH of 7. Anything that's above that is alkaline, and anything below that is acidic. In our stomach, the hydrochloric acid ranges between 1.5 to 3.5 acidic. Well, we don't want to change that, and we don't want to neutralize that with the alkaline water, because what happens when we do that is it doesn't break down. You know, if we have a pH in our stomach of 7.58, then the acid is not going to break down our food, and then it's going to be hard to digest, and then the end result being that the nutrients will not break down and not be absorbed in the intestines. So it's very important when you're drinking water. If you're going to drink water with a meal, you're better off to have neutral water, or even a little acidic. It's better off really not to drink any water at all during a meal. If you're going to drink alkaline water, which is great and good, just not with eating, you know, drink it in between meals, like, you know, snack time, you know, drink a bottle or two. But you need to realize that, you know, 1 is good, or 10 must be great. No, that's not it. Our body is constantly working in a homeostasis atmosphere, which is just balance, and we need to have a good balance for our body. And so what I did is I purchased several waters. These are the waters I drink most commonly, and then I just also want to do the coconut water. I know a lot of people like their Red Bull, and also Perrier, just sparkling water, and then a Diet Coke. So let's go ahead and test these. And the Smart Water and the Fuji, for years, I've always been told that they're alkaline. And so I'm just going to dip these in here. And what I'm using right now is you can purchase this at your local health food store, and just ask them for the, you know, the pH balance. And, you know, what you can also do with this is check your own saliva to see what the pH in your body is. Now, don't be surprised if it's really acidic and, oh my gosh, you know, my body's in trouble. You know, it's just a gateway to check. You know, if it was really off, then, you know, make a doctor's appointment and then go from there. So anyway, the Smart Water here is acidic. The Zephyr Hills water is about 7.2. The Fuji water is actually between 7.2 and 7.4. And then we have our coconut water, which is surprising, is acidic. And the only thing that I've heard about coconut water is if it's the young coconuts and you eat them when they're young, they're a little bit more alkaline. But the older the coconut gets, it turns more acidic. So this must be more of an older coconut. And then Red Bull, that is way up acidic, like 5.8. So that's pretty strong there. But to my surprise, the Perrier is pretty alkaline at about 7.4. And then, of course, our diet soda is about 5.8. So when we look at this, we go back to again, balance. So we want to keep, you know, at about 7.4. There was a study done in Spain at a cancer center, and what they found out was the optimal health should be 7.4. That's what we should kind of try to strive at, to get our pH at that. The blood, our blood pH is about 7.4 as well. If that alters 0.5 on either side, you know, that brings diseases in. So it's very important. But again, let me stress when I say this, it's just not what we drink. It's what we put in our bodies. And so check your foods. It should be a constant balance of about maybe 60% acidic to about 30-40, or alkaline, and then 30-40% acidic, that constant balance. So it's not only what we drink, it's what we eat, it's exercising, it's that constant, homeostasis of getting balance. But I really want to talk about tonight is carbonated waters. So we actually, or drinks, we actually here have Red Bull, we have Perrier, and we have Diet Coke. Now, carbonation is made with phosphorus. So when we drink day in and day out, and I was guilty of it for years with, diet drinks. If we drink day in and day out, now I know people that have that big gulp like 3 or 4 times a day. That's high in phosphorus, so what that does is when we drink that and our body becomes high in phosphorus, it has that mechanism to want to pull the calcium to level back out the phosphorus. So be very careful with carbonated drinks. If you're going to drink them, maybe drink them, once a month, twice a month, and go from there. Another thing too is with our stomach acid. Again, 1.5 to 3.5. That needs to stay acidic. That is actually one of our first lines of defense to bacteria, stuff that we're eating that's rotten or poisonous. The acid is very strong to help kill a lot of that. So again, people that drink a lot of, or eat a lot of steak, protein's one of the hardest things to digest. So what they'll do is, my belly hurts from eating all this meat, and then they want to go and take Tums and antacid to neutralize the stomach. No, that's not what you want to do. You want that hydrochloric acid up there so it actually breaks down that protein. So, and the best thing at that point, if you're going to eat something like that, is really to, supplement it with some enzymes. And that's why it's so important for raw foods, if you're going to eat a heavy protein meal, is to have the raw food with the enzymes to help break it down. But again, if you're not doing that, then, you can supplement it with some enzymes. So, it was awesome. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call in. And I'll see you next Thursday live at 8.